Hello, hello. I don't expect that many, if any, will come on to be with me because I didn't announce I was going to do this. But I have had the Bargain Bead Box Celtic Inspirations from March 2021 kit. And I used a few pieces along with the Soft Flex Renewal kit back in May. But I have a lot of stuff left. And I've had these dragonflies, which I got at them at Fire Mountain Gems, and they were called Chain Gunmetal Finish Pewter 5-inch Dragonfly 10 by 28.5. And I got 2 packs of 2 of them, and each one has 3. Let me show you how they come. So this is how they come, and they had these olive green sort of beads in them, but then a brighter green here and this gorgeous blue and blue crystals in their wings. So we're going to use this one and use 2 of them and make earrings later. But so I have those that I was working with, and I don't know if they're still available. Let me see what the number was. They might be at Fire Mountain. The number was H2OA7090FN. F as in findings, N as in Nancy, or something like that. And then I also had, and I got these at Fire Mountain too, but they were from Charmed. I don't know if that was a Blue Moon thing or what. But anyway, I got them at Fire Mountain, and if they're available, it's H2OA 6520FN, and they had also gunmetal color, a larger dragonfly and 2 little ones. So I did go ahead and make a pair of 2 little earrings here. And these bindings, a lot of the jump rings and things, I had these bead landing. I had 2 packs of them, and they're all in this baggie because they're all off the 2 cards that they were on. But it was like that 100-piece findings pack with earrings, eye pins, jump rings, and lobster clasp. So that's some of this stuff. And then these, so let me show you what was from Bargain Bead Box. These blue crystals, like on the earrings here, really pretty. They called them, I don't remember. Oh, teal green champagne is what they were called. There were 5 of these leaves, so on the pair of earrings we make with these, we will use the leaves as well. I saved 2 of the 5. And then this, I'm going to lift up my mat in a minute and we'll work on a beading board. Maybe. It's up a little high for me, so we might take the board out of the case. Anyway, these are actually an aventurine from Russia. I don't know if you can see it. I'm sorry, Amazonite from Russia. Let me get the tag. Sorry, I'm not as prepared as I thought I was. So here we have the tag, Amazonite, Russia. And I got this from Intrinsic Trading at a bead fest quite a few years ago, probably. And they're all in different sizes. So I used the 10mm, and back here some of the 8mm. And then also from Bargain Bead Box were these, what do they call those? English cut. Where are they? So the leaves were green aventurine. These are also, I think, aventurine. I'm trying to find them on the list. Here they go. No, these are English cut candy jade beads dyed. And some of them are different colors, so they're here and here. These are more the Amazonite. I had some spacer beads, and I don't know if I brought those over. Well, I have they're underneath here, but I'll show them to you later. And then this chain, I had bought a kit from jewelrymaker.com years ago that had this chain, and it had like this bronzy copper and also a gunmetal one, and I used this one. And it's also different lengths because of the way I did the necklace, but this is what it looks like. So I just used some small pieces of that. And I had some little tiny bead caps, and I'll have to show them to you when I lift up the mat also. And then in between the crystals, there's these green apatite graduated faceted rondelles, 3 by 2 millimeter to 5 by 2 millimeter. And I used some of them. And those you have to be careful because the holes are smaller and they don't always fit. Anyway, this really lays nice on. I love this necklace, and I'm not usually an asymmetrical person, but I love how this one turned out. And then I went ahead and quickly made the earrings to go with the bracelet we're going to work on. And then the bracelet, I think also from Fire Mountain, I had 2 of these. And I think these were, yeah, these were Blue Moon beads, but Fire Mountain sold them. They were Jewelry District, and they're like a gunmetal 7.5-inch bracelet. Gunmetal finished steel, and it's a cable chain. So that's what I'm working on now. That was Fire Mountain, and that number was H2OA 8445CL. If you're interested, I don't know. CL usually is their clearance designation, so I don't know if that's going to be still available or not. And oh, and I have these featherweight head pins. They're from jewelrymaker.com. I got 4 little boxes. It was like a kit from Jewelry Maker, the UK televised jewelry making company. These have a little ball on the end, but these fit through these apatite when the regular head pins wouldn't, and that became necessary. And then also I have some closed gunmetal jump rings here, and some, here. And they're from Beadaholic. Gunmetal plated wire and thread protectors are from Beadaholic. Oh, I might have forgot to bring the jump rings over. Oopsie. But I did use thread protectors also. I used tiny little crimp beads, and those Beadaholic also. I don't know if they still have them. They're FCR 1253 if they do. And I think that's about it. And the beading thread I'm using is a Pro Econoflex from Softflex. It's a silver gray, satin gray color. So that's what we have going on there. Hello, someone. Thank you for joining me. So this is the necklace that I made using partly the Bargain Bead Box from March, which I had many things, almost all of it left, and these dragonflies. I've had these dragonflies out on my desk for a long while, and I wanted to use them. So let me set this aside, and we're going to make a charm bracelet and a pair of earrings to go with that. Let me take this off, move some things around here, and we'll get settled. Say hello if you're there, because I'd love to have people join me. Okay, so I also have some daisy spacers. They were from Michael's Bead Landing, but I actually bought them at Fire Mountain a while back too, and they're H2OC6672CL. That was in 2016. No clue if they have them, but you can probably find them other places. They're about a 7 millimeter. This was the label from the jewelrymaker.com. These are the green apatite. Usually apatite you see, oops, in like the blue, almost like this color. But these were green, and that was unusual. So let me make sure you can see what I have going on here. I'm actually going to take this out of this box because it's really hard to work up that high. Oopsie. There we go. And we'll put this down. I don't always work on a bead tray, but sometimes when I'm designing, I do. So I have one of those bracelet chains here. already has a clasp attached, and I've been working on, I'm going to move this up a little bit, working on the bead dangle. So that's really what we're going to do. I've already attached the little dragonfly. I have not attached the bead dangles, but I'm working on, I have 2 more to make, and then I think we're just going to attach them with jump rings. There's some wire here, I think. There we go. And then I'll see if I need any more once we put these on. Probably. I don't know. So with that, let's just get making. And I am wire wrapping all of these, and then I'm going to put them on with jump rings. So pretty easy. Hello, welcome. We're making a charm bracelet. I have these little bead caps in gunmetal also. They're just tiny, thin little ones. They are from Beadalon. I had this bead cap kit hematite from Jewel School from years ago. And I just have the whole little bag dumped into here. And these are like the green apatite. These are those candy jade from the March Bargain Bead Box. And here are some 8 and 10 millimeter Russian Amazonite. And then these crystals are from the Bargain Bead Box from March. And these are the last 2 leaves in aventurine, and we're going to use them for the earrings, the next pair of earrings we do. So let's get started and see how it goes. Hi, Paige. Yes, it is a surprise. I wasn't sure I was going to do this, but I was busy making, and I thought, well, I'll just go on and make with people. So I don't know how it's going to go, but we'll see. Because I don't do charm bracelets very often. And I have something else I thought maybe I could do also, but maybe I'll save that for another one. So I have another episode I can make. It has to do with the red, white, and blue earrings that are really long. I think I'm going to turn them into 2 keychain things, which I think people would use more for red, white, and blue. Plus they're a little heavy as earrings. Okay, so what I'm doing here, these are really thin head pins, eye pins, head pins. Oh, thank you. And I'm doing a messy wrap because for 2 reasons. One is I really want to strengthen that neck. And the other one is I don't want to end it down at the bead. I want to end it up a little bit closer to this loop up here. And I'm just going to cut that tail off. Oops, one of my dangles went in my scrap. I keep on, when I'm beading on a beadboard, one of these little pockets always ends up being my little scrap bin for metal bits or beading wire bits, stuff like that. And then once I clean all the beads off my beadboard, I just turn it upside down over my trash bin, and there go all the bits. But I have to be really careful. I've gotten all the beady goodness off first. And this is going to not cooperate with me. It's a little different doing jewelry live than it is doing cards and stuff. So we'll see. I'm just trying to make sure that little tail is wrapped around first of all. Really good. And I'm using my bent nose pliers. So this little dangle has a crystal, a green apatite from these strands here, which have really small holes, and 2 little of these little tiny bead caps on the crystal. So that's going to go over here, and then I have another one of those to do here for the other side. And then I think we're ready to try and attach them to the chain. Well, you know what, Paige? I feel the same way about you. Always impressed with what you do. And with all your fun folds and fancy cards. I just don't seem to have that in me. And maybe because I do all this other stuff. I'm not sure. And I should be doing paper crafting today, but I felt like making jewelry. Plus, this stuff has been on my jewelry table for so long, I really just need to get it off. So usually when I do a wire wrap loop, I do take my chain nose pliers, I don't know if you saw that, and just make a bend over the top of the plier, and that leaves me just enough room for the wire wrapping. Now usually with a regular head pin, not this featherweight, that leaves enough for 3 wraps, but this is such a thin featherweight, they call them. I'd say it's like equivalent of 24 or 26 gauge wire. It's more than that, but it really doesn't look like more than that because it's thin wire. All right, and that should do it. Sometimes I just try and finish the wire, but there's a lot of it there, so we'll straighten out our little eye and go around and make sure that's, I don't have my, I usually also wear magnifiers when I'm doing this stuff just to make sure I don't have any loose bits, but I'll have to do that later. If that goes on the other side. All right, so this already has the clasp and everything on it. Let me find some jump rings here, and we're going to just attach this stuff together. Just have to figure out what I do with them. Here they are, I think. Sorry. How are you feeling, Paige? You doing better or about the same? I'm worried about you, my friend. Hello, other people. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. We're just making a charm bracelet, and then we're going to make some earrings to match a necklace I showed in the beginning. If you missed it, I'll show it again at the end. Now, these are a little bigger than what I'd like, but it's what I don't have that many gunmetal jump rings and things, so we're going to use them anyway. And let's get these little bead caps out of the way. These were a pack from Bead Landing, but that I bought at Fire Mountain a while back. Okay, so I usually use my bent nose and my chain nose pliers to open jump rings. I think I'd really like to have small. I'm trying to find the opening. There it is. Because if you don't get the opening, and I'm going to start in the middle, and let's see, I had them sort of spaced out about where I want them, but I'm not going to worry, I guess, about getting them exactly even, except maybe right here in the well, maybe not at all in the middle. So I think we're going to go out a little bit, like maybe 5 links. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 links out from the Dragonfly. And let's see. I want to make sure, and I did make sure it's in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go 5 out because I just feel like I want it that far away from the Dragonfly because it's a big bead. And I might go back in and put a small crystal in between it and the Dragonfly later. I don't know. We shall see. Your cough still won't go away? Darn. That's concerning. Need to be concerning. My daughter went to the shore today. Her father and stepmother bought a place at the shore, so that's nice. And they're going down. They went down for a couple days, so I babysat last night for a little while, just the youngest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which would be here. I do have a thing called a chain stay. Now I lost my place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Which holds it up, but if I do that, you won't be able to see what I'm doing. Not that you can really now anyway, because I'm shaking because I'm a little bit nervous about doing this. I don't know why I wasn't nervous the first time. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Okay, let's bring that back up. These are kind of big links in the chain. And the jump rings are not that big, but come on, go through. There we go. Wow, we got some people watching, but nobody will say hello. I'll say hello. Hello. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming and joining me. As I'm doing a bead along, I'm not calling it a tutorial because I think a lot of you already know how to do wrapped loops and attach things with jump rings, but if not, that's really what I'm doing with this. And then I'll do it a little more close up maybe with the earrings once we get that far on a mat. Now, that time I had the link at the bottom. So right now we've already made our dangles, and I'm just gonna, gee whiz, I'm not getting them through the loops. There we go. And then I think I'll just try and do 3 out. We'll do one side at a time and see how it looks. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And if you missed the beginning where I showed the necklace that I made that we're kind of making this to go with, and the earring, the other pair of earrings, I'll show them again at the end. Oops, this way. But right now we're just doing a charm bracelet. And we have 5 charms for each side. I'm going to put this one on next. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that, folks. So I won't call it tutorial like I said, but it's more of a bead along with me. So if you got anything going, let me know what you're working on and bead along with me. But I love dragonflies. When I used to go fishing, they used to land on the end of my fishing pole or on the front of the canoe. And they're always so pretty and glisten in the sunlight. All right, now we're going to do this longer, longer piece with Amazonite and a crystal and a gunmetal. I'm working with gunmetal colored metals, these daisy spacers. They're larger daisy spacers this time. I really don't have a whole lot of gunmetal stuff, but I have enough to be able to do this, so that's okay with me. I actually have too much of some things. Never, right? Never. 1, 2, 3. We might have to make one more for each side, but we'll get all these on first and then we'll see. I have a necklace design using like a black and a certain color bead. I won't say right now because it'll be a surprise if I ever get it made. That'll be for some future time. Oops. And then we'll just do a little one over here. And I don't want to get them too close to where the clasp goes, because to me that kind of interferes with the clasp. All right, I'm trying to find the opening again. I can't tell. I think it's at the... These are actually closed really well, most of them. And it's hard to see where the opening is, which is a good thing. That is a good thing. All right, so 3 more down. And then that'll be the last one on this side. 1, 2, 3. I do like to go in odd numbers usually. Just makes it look nicer to my eye. But you can do however many spaces you want. You can do 5. Let me make sure this chain is laying right, because I want to make sure all the beads are dangling off the same side of the chain, right? See how they're all at the bottom there, and I need to make sure I keep it that way or it won't lay right. So that one's there, 1, 2, and it has to go here. There we go. And these are just bead landing jump rings, which are not the strongest, but I don't have any ovals in gunmetal. Not yet. All right, so let's do the other side. Same thing. We already have the large Amazonite on. So now we're going to do the apatite and crystal. And you don't have to make these matchy-matchy either. You can mix them up and put them on however you'd like. And you can make it as full or as sparse as you like. Like you could have a dangle on every chain link if you want. Although on this particular chain, I'm not sure how that would work. All right, so now let's make sure I have this on the bottom laying properly. 1, 2, 3 over. Yes, I do, because I feel like they won't pull open as easily, and if they do, then the charm is down in the bottom of the oval, and it's less likely to fall off. And if you can't get those, like, I don't know that they have them in every single color, right? I seem to be missing a bead. Next is this one, then this one. I maybe didn't get to make this one. Huh, I thought I did. Well, we'll have to make another charm together unless I bopped it somewhere, which is possible. So anyway, if you can't get them, then at least get a thicker gauge. These are, oops, I have no idea where that went. These are not a real thick gauge, like the wire thickness. And yeah, I'd really like an 18 gauge would be good. At least that's sturdier. 18 or 16 gauge. These are probably about a 20 or 22, which are okay for some things, but for connections and things, I prefer a thicker gauge oval most of the time. But I use rounds too, because like I said, I don't have ovals in every color. I mostly have just silver. And I have them in different sizes, like 6x4 and 8x6 are my favorite in ovals. If you need little ones, 6x4 is good. If you need larger ones, which you usually do to do a clasp and stuff. Hoping this is connected right. Oh, it's so sparkly and pretty. I have a question I want to ask you all too when we get this done. Oh, here's the other one. It was under the bracelet. I have a question about the necklace. I had an idea, and I don't know if I want to do it or not. Okay, I'm not seeing that properly. Well, let me get another one because I can't see where the opening is on that. Sometimes they cut them so good. I think this one I can see. It's hard to see the opening, which isn't always a bad thing. It was so funny this morning. I have this pack of closed jump rings, which is really good. I needed them for the necklace, but I didn't know they were closed at first, and I was trying to open them. I'm like, are these closed? Because they were in with my regular jump rings, which was not good. All right, let me make sure I have this right again. Keep checking because I'm not sure. Okay, here we go. And there goes that. 1, 2, 3. So we'll put the jump ring on, and then we'll put the dangle back on. I haven't made my stickier side of crafting collab yet. I'm kind of not sure what I'm going to be doing. Probably cards, because I'm out of ideas. I don't know. Which side am I working on? This one. Bloop. I want to make sure that jump ring's closed. That's the other thing. Just make sure your jump rings are closed really good. I guess it is because I can't see the opening. All right, one more. And then I think the bracelet will be done, and we'll go ahead and make the earrings. And I'll decide later if I want to add more to it or not. Okay, help me find the opening. That's the one I can't find it on. July will be busy, so you're working on all the collabs through the middle of the month. Good for you. I need to do that too. I have my June 30th collab ready. I just don't have the stickier one ready. And then I really have to, tomorrow I guess I'll be working on the ones for the 1st and the 5th. All right, so 1, 2, 3 over. Ah, if I could hold on to the thing, it would be good, huh? There it is. The jump ring stayed on, but the bead fell off. Okay. There we go. Those head pins are really thin on that featherweight ones. So I hope that's why I wanted to do the messy wrap and give them a lot of support on those. Okay. So there's the bracelet. Isn't that cute? And we could put a little dangle here, but I think I'm just going to leave it at that for now. Let me put these back in a bag. And then let's do some earrings. Yeah, July I think is going to fly by again. Are you doing anything for the 4th? If it doesn't rain. We're getting a little bit of rain today even, but not much. And then it's supposed to be in the 90s again for the next few days and sunny. Ugh. Yuckity yuck. All right, I'm going to, how am I going to do this? So we're going to make earrings now to match the asymmetrical necklace, which is this. And we're going to use these little leaf beads, and we're going to use 2 little bead caps. I'm going to get them on the side here, and then I'm going to move this tray out of the way. And I think we'll use these crystals. And I think that's going to be it. Oh, and eye pins and head pins, because the apatite, the holes are too small for these. And we're going to use 2 more of those larger dragonflies like this. And they already have a green bead on. So, and see, they have a hole at the bottom. So we're going to use that to dangle the leaves off of. And let me take this one apart. These holes on the top and bottom of the dragonflies do not open, which is nice. Made it really nice for the necklace because I could just take that off the, I could put the crimp bead right around, the wire right around it and crimp for the part that was crimping. No plans for the 4th. We're planning on going, there's a farm for retired horses. And they have other animals too, and we're planning on maybe going there, my daughter, my son, and my one granddaughter. The other one has to work that day, apparently. All right, let me take this one off too, because I need it for the other earring. All right, close that back up. All right, let me move this bead board and get my mat up here. And we'll work on that. So it's not so busy here. I need a better, I'm at my card making table, so I covered it up with this mat. Okay, so this, we'll do these first. They're going to hang upside down with little bead caps at the bottom. And actually, since we already have a bead up there, I think we'll just put this blue dangly, oops, that's upside down, right down here. And then I have some ear wires somewhere in this pack of stuff that were from Bead Landing, which is Michael's stuff, but I got them from Fire Mountain clearance stuff. And there's crimp beads there. I pulled one of these out and it's all twisted, but you just want to check them and make sure they match when you get them in the store. Oops. All right, so let's put them back away and take a sip of tea. Babysitting, that's fine. I babysat last night. Did I say that already? I might have. Oh, before we start on these, the question I had for this is I was thinking of putting a little bit of chain either in a loop, like maybe from here over, like 2 little loops here, with some of the chain that I used in the back. Let me get that out. You know, kind of a drapey thing, because I don't know, I just something about like this. Just a little droopy thing there. What do you think if I did that, or should I just let it as it is? Like that. You know, not exactly like that, but something like that. I don't know. Still thinking about that. I can easily add that on at some point if I want to. All right, let's do our dangles. So we need a head pin, and these are pretty thick head pins. These were, they were a kit from, you know, Bead Landing. So we're going to use these little, I should have got 2 more of these tiny little bead caps, and they're in gunmetal color. Most things aren't real gunmetal now. It almost makes these crystals look like those check, what are they, like cathedral beads, the way they frame it. It's hard for you to see it, I know, but you like the chain added? Cool. I think I'm going to do that. That'll make me stay on a little longer. Anyway, I will wire wrap this because I'm going to attach it with a jump ring, and these are solid rings. So I thought at first maybe these dragonflies would be too big, but I think they'll be all right. Plus I have a whole nother pack of 2 sets of them, so I have 6 more dragonflies. And I used 1 pack of them on the necklace. So I just looped it around. Now this is really thick wire, so I always take my chain nose and wrap it, let go, get a hold again. Otherwise you're going to get a loopy at the end of your wire. So I always let go. You still always have a kink, and it makes about 3 wraps. Now you want to make sure your beads are nice and snug together. I'm actually maybe going to get 4 wraps, which is 1 more than what I usually do, but it makes it snug, and you don't want it too tight because you could crack your beads. You put your thumb over or your finger over it so it doesn't, okay, there it is. Oh, you know what? I have another light I should put on. I didn't even put it on. Hang on. Maybe that's why I can't see so good. Yeah, I thought it made, when I gave it light. The other option is we could just have like different lengths coming down, like maybe 5, 7, you know, but I think the loop, I like the loop better because I don't want to take the necklace all apart. So that's better. I can see that better now. Another thing you can do here, if you don't have bent noses, use your crimping pliers. And I have them here too. I might even try that in a minute. I put a bead cap on these, a little one, just to make sure I don't crack the crystal bead. All right, let's do the next one. Do I have another head pin? I do. So we do that. A bead cap. These pretty teal champagne crystals from the Bargain Bead Box. Another bead cap, and we'll do the same thing. Oh, down to 2 people. Guess they didn't like what I was doing. Oh well. This was not announced, so I can't expect miracles, but at least I'm trying. And I'll get better, I hope. I should have this down closer, huh? So you can see what I'm doing. But then I always worry I might go out of frame because I'm too close, kind of thing. But I know when you're doing jewelry tutorials, you have to be like up really close. All right, so we're wrapping. And you just have to make sure we get them next to each other. And I actually want to try and get 4 on here because I have 4 on the other one. And since they're earrings, I'm pretty particular about them matching. I almost signed up for another bead box, but I didn't. And I'm kind of glad I didn't now, even though I was really tempted. All right, now we need a jump ring. Should have left them out. Okay, hopefully one of these isn't the one that we can't see the opening. So you do need a jump ring. This is pretty thick, this bottom of this dragonfly, so you do need a pretty big jump ring to go on there and to get it through there. And there we have one. They're a little bit long, but oh well. I mean, the dragonflies are kind of long to begin with. Let's see. I can't see the jump ring. And my thumb's in the way. Get out of the way, thumb. Okay. Alrighty, so that's that. And then we have to add them to our ear wires. Now let's see. So we either have to, I think we're going to have to use a jump ring because the ear wires, the loop goes up and down, and on these beads, the loop is up and down. So to get them to hang right, you need a jump ring. And I would prefer a small one here, but I don't have any. So we're going to have to use more of these larger ones and make do for now. And same when you're making these bead dangles, you have to make sure that since this one goes horizontally, you need your bead dangle to go horizontally if you're going to attach it with the jump ring also. Nope, here we go again. I can't see the opening. Oops. Try this one. I think it's right there, I hope. Maybe I can feel it. They're cut really, here it is. They're cut really clean, which is a good thing. They did them well, but it's hard to see the opening. And I would prefer it to be smaller because we don't really need any extra added length. So if I come across some smaller jump rings. I'll have to switch them out. Just my preference. So there we go. Whoops, backwards. There we. Is it backwards? I put it on backwards. Yes, I did. So we'll open it back up and turn it around. Turn this around. That should work. Sometimes I'm a little bit directionally challenged. I have to try it a couple times. Yeah, that's right. There we go. Now let's try this one again. I think I see it. So let me see if I can feel it with my fingernail. Yep, right there. Let's see. I think like this, hopefully. And you just really want to make sure your jump rings are closed snugly. Feel it with your finger if it's scratchy. Ah, I got that one on backwards too. Can you believe it? I can. This is what happens to me sometimes. Hello, somebody that joined us. We are 3 watching. It'd be nice to say hi. Hello. I'm an informal live stream. Just bead along with me. Let me know what you're working on. Doesn't have to be jewelry. It can be anything. There we go. So those go with this necklace that we're going to add chain to in the front. This is an asymmetrical necklace with the 2 dragonflies going up the one side, and then we have a little Y dragonfly at the bottom. But we're going to now take some chain, I think, if I have room to get a jump ring in there. Above this blue crystal, I think, we'll put a jump ring and attach chain. And then we'll put another one. Actually, I don't know if I'll put it. I'll probably put it right here where this dragonfly is dangling. So let's move these up out of the way. And I'm not going to cut the chain till I get the dimension right on the first one. This would be better to have done when I made the necklace, and probably a smaller jump ring as well, or hook it right onto the beading wire. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that through there. Let me try and get it around there. So this is kind of a hindsight is, 2020. Okay, it's on. Let's get the chain attached. Maybe. Attach chain. Got it. And I want to make sure it's on this side of that bead spacer. Oops. And that's not closed tight because I can feel it. All right. So there's part of it. Now, let's see what kind of length we want. I think maybe I could put, no, it'd have to be 2. Do I want it there or there? I think I want it all the way over to where the dragonfly is. All right, so let me get another jump ring in there, and then we'll figure out how much that is. And then we'll put the same number of links on the other side of the dragonfly. Another thing we could do, instead of doing that, hang on, I might be able to hook it right into there and then go up. Maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. kind of liked it going all the way up. Let's do it all the way up. Let's see how we like the drape. So I do recommend doing this while you're doing the original design, not after the fact. So let me see, that's not enough, I don't think. Maybe it is. I just want a little, maybe a little more. I want a little more movement to it. Hang on, I have to get my specs so I can see better. Part of it is the light is really kind of glary. All right. Yeah, I can probably see better. A little bit. All right, so let's leave it a little droopier. Yeah, I think I like that better. So and then we'll bring about the same amount over to here. And I usually would count, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wing it. Wing it, get it? Because of the dragonfly? I'm winging it. Like Wing It Wednesday. All right, so this I put on this side of the blue crystal. In between there and the daisy. Maybe. It's a little bit snug because it's already, made. But I can fit a jump ring in there. Maybe. Okay. Now let's get our drape right again. And it's kind of hanging behind there, which I like. And I'm not even really cutting it, am I? Just leave it on the same jump ring in the front. Do I like that? No. All right, hang on. Nope, rethinking. First thing, let's take this jump ring off again. We need to put one on here. We do need to cut the chain because it's not going to hang right if I don't. So I hope you all having a good Saturday. I am peaceful, but good. All right, before I do that, let me cut this chain up here at the jump ring. So that's the one hooked on, so this is the one I need to cut. Just trying to get that loose piece of chain off. There we go. Okay, now I guess I could count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 links plus our jump rings. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and recount. Count twice, cut once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and cut 14 links off. That'll make it easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And get rid of this big dangly piece of chain here. Okay. And then I can hook one end onto the chain, maybe. And then put it here on the other side of the dragonfly next to the other blue crystal. If I can get in there. There we go. And I need my other pliers to make sure I close that good. Okay. And then we just need one more jump ring and then we have it done. Let's put the jump ring on first, and that is going on this side of this blue crystal next to the spacer. Does your stuff ever get magnetized by working with it? It seems like it sticks to my pliers sometimes, right? Okay, that is on pretty much. Yep. Let me find the other piece of chain and bring it up and make sure I have the end going over the jump ring. Which is going to be difficult. All right. Come on. That doesn't work because it magnetized it. All right, let me get my jump ring better here so I can see the end. Sorry. There it is. The problem is it's the same color as that spacer, and it's really hard to see. Oh my goodness. Which is why I probably won't do too many live things. Because on a video you can kind of stop it. And ridiculous. I thought I had it like 3 times. Got it. Yay. All right. Close up that stinker. And that is not closed good. There we go. We heard the snap, but I still check it and make sure it's closed all the way. Okay. There. I like that. With the chain. All right. So we have that. Asymmetrical. We have the earrings to go with it. We get these out of the way. And we have our bracelet. Oops. Our chain dangles. Our earrings. Our charm bracelet. And where'd the other earrings go? And the other earrings to go with the charm bracelet, which I made before I came on. There we go. I think that is going to do it for me. So thank you to those who joined me and put up with my bead along with me. Not a tutorial, just a come on and bead with me. And you still can't see everything. There we go. I think it came out cute. Well, I am going to get off of here and maybe make some other stuff. I may come back with a non-live. It'll be how to change earrings into a keychain pendant or something. Thank you. I like dragonflies too. And these are really pretty with the green and blue. They're just a little big. So I thought maybe the smaller one would appeal to some. But I think the colors are pretty with the blues and the greens. Nature, you know, they're nature. So, yeah. Have a good weekend, Paige. And I'll probably chat tomorrow with the stickier side of crafting if I ever figure out what to make today. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, Paige. Bye for now. Just typing in my little thing. Yep, you too. Happy crafting.